Hello and hi! It is December 2022 and I'm standing outside a railway station in Denmark. And what on earth are we doing in Denmark? Well, there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. Recently we hit 300,000 subscribers on the channel, and traditionally when we hit a milestone like that, it means it's time for a Q&A. So I asked you to send in some questions, and today I'll be answering as many of them as I can. But then I thought, where should we do this video? Where would be the best place to do a Tim Q&A? And long story short, that's why we're travelling to what I think is the greatest railway station on Earth. Oh, we got a question already. JT asks, how much practice is required to use a steam whistle properly? Right. In my experience, you need 2 goes, although from what I'm about to tell you, you might only need 1 go. The mistake that I made was to pull it too hard. I was trying not to embarrass myself, so I gave it an absolute yank, and it turns out that is the worst thing you can do, because that's what makes it squeak. So what you want to do is grip it gently but firmly, and then pull it with a nice smooth movement. Sorry, for those of you just tuning in, this is still a family channel. We're talking about steam engine whistles. Train Videos Bristol asks, have you ever scrapped a video? And if so, what was it and why? Yes, on a low-key level this happens all the time, because when I go travelling, I usually try to film 2, 3 or even 4 things on the same trip. And that way, if one of them doesn't quite go to plan, then I've still got other videos that I can work on and put out. Because this is real life and sometimes things just go wrong. Usually it's something that's beyond my control. There was a place I went recently that was shut on a day when it was supposed to be open, but I do want to apologise for one video. There was supposed to be a 250,000 subscriber Q&A earlier this year, and some of you sent in questions for it, and you're probably still wondering, where did it go? Well, here's what happened. I did actually make that video. But in an ambitious/stupid move, I decided to film the whole thing when I was on top of the highest mountain in Belgium. And to be fair, there was hardly any wind that day, and I nearly got away with it. Except for when I didn't. Long story short, the audio just wasn't quite good enough all the way through. I really needed to go and buy a proper windshield for my microphone and then do it all again. And in the end, I just ran out of time. So I'm really sorry you've been waiting all this time, but I haven't forgotten the questions that you sent in. I saved them all up, and I've added them to this Q&A instead, like some kind of lottery rollover, but with questions.
So what you want to do is pull it gently but firmly and smoothly.
Charlotte, or possibly Charlotte, asks, will you be covering Scandinavia anytime soon?
Yes.
Ray T asks, are there any other countries you've thought of adding to your highest point of series?
Yes.
Okay, to answer both of your questions properly, there's going to be at least one more video from Denmark after this one. I don't know if you picked up any clues on what that might be about. And then after that, this year I'm hoping to bring you more videos from more countries, and new countries that we haven't been to yet on the channel. Charlotte, you were asking about Norway. The most common question that people ask me on these Q&As is, when are you coming to my country? And the thing is, I can't answer each one of you individually, because then the Q&A would just be 10 minutes of me saying, I don't know. But I do read all of your suggestions, and with a bit of luck, this will be the year that I make a video in your country. For more of you, at least. Alright, hang on a moment everyone, because we're now arriving in a town called Holstebro, and we need to change trains here. In fact, we might need to run. It's a bit of a tight connection, and I'm not quite sure where we're going. But there's only one other train in the station, so I'm guessing this is the one we want. Let's have a look. Yep, we're in the right place. Okay, back to the questions. Jared HM asks, has working on the channel changed any of your values or ideas about travel, culture, history, or government and politics? Wow, Jared. Wow, what a question. How do I answer that in less than 60 seconds? The short answer is yes. One of the things I've really enjoyed about making these videos that I was never expecting when I started a silly travel channel is that I've learned so much about European history, culture and politics. And that's partly from all the research that I have to do before making each video, but also I learn a lot from the comments that you leave on them afterwards. People who choose to watch and subscribe to this channel are, I would argue almost by definition, extremely intelligent. You generally know your stuff, and the community really adds value to the videos in the comments. Which is a nice way of saying, you're all massive pedants who are happy to correct even the slightest hint of a mistake, and I absolutely love you for it. Caris P asks, you've done collabs with other train and travel orientated channels, but since you're a muso yourself, how about finding another muso? Alright then, I will. David Bennett from the YouTube channel David Bennett Piano asks,
hello Tim, and congratulations on 300,000 well-deserved subscribers. My question for you is, how many different countries have you visited to date, and where is next on your list?
Well, firstly, thank you very much, David. And if you don't know David's channel, there'll be a link to one of my favourite videos he's ever done at the end of this video. To answer your question, so far I've been to 58 of the 193 UN recognised sovereign states. So where is next on my list? The other 135. But where is immediately next on my list? Somewhere rather special. Cue the cringy montage. When I quit my job 5 years ago to go travelling for a bit, I could never have dreamed that 5 years later I would still be travelling and it would be my job. And that's because of you. So a sincere thank you to everyone for watching, subscribing and commenting and putting up with me taking you to, let's face it, some ridiculous places.
Love it. And where the heck are we?
It's a great question.
It is a great question.
And in many ways, I feel like all of that has been building up to this. Possibly the ultimate Tim travelling destination, a small village on a rural railway line in western Denmark.
I'm calling it. This is the best station on Earth, bar none. It's the best. This is the top. This is the pinnacle. Like, honestly, where do you go from here? Well, Ringkøbing or Holstebro, apparently. But that's not the point.
The point is, thank you everyone for allowing me to do ridiculous things like this.
Genuinely the greatest road sign I think I've ever seen.
And hopefully these Q's and A's give you a little bit of a chance to go behind the scenes of the channel. If you've ever been watching one of my videos and thought, this is alright, but who is this guy? We only ever see these tiny slices of his life, and we don't really know anything about him. Well, today, for maybe the first time on this channel, I feel like I've been able to show you the real Tim. It's a village of about 850 people with a supermarket and a petrol station. Did you send me all this way for that gag? Sorry. Anyway, thank you to everyone who sent in a question, either last month or back in April. This is only the start of our adventures in 2023, but for now, thank you all for watching, best wishes for the new year, and I'll see you soon.
Oops.